Hello, happy Sunday to you. Shauna Marie Fisher here for my free live animal communication readings here on this Sunday evening. No, I usually start right at 7, but I was just running a few minutes late today, so I am. Oops. So wow, I'm gonna start really woo. So anyway, so I just want to make sure I'm all set. So I'm here, and what's really interesting is I see that you can watch Facebook Live videos now on your TV. That's really interesting. I noticed that came up as I was checking the stream on my phone. That is really interesting. Technology is really doing some amazing things lately. So anyway, so happy Sunday to you. Happy spring, because I know it is I think yesterday was the first day of spring, if I remember right. So happy spring, happy Sunday. I'm glad to have you all here with me. So if you have a question for your pet that's in your life currently, or one that's passed, or one that's missing, or anything like that, feel free to. Oh, hi, Patty. Patty says, I was worried I missed you. No, I was just tricking you. I am actually here. So I'm so glad you're here. I was just I went to the coast for a little bit today, so I got back and I had to do a few things before I hopped on. So, but it was nice to go to the coast. I met up with one of my friends, so that was really cool. So that is always nice to do that. And I love the ocean. This girl could never live far from the ocean. I like to be able to get there in 2 hours. Oh my goodness. So important to be able to get to the coast. For me, I could not live without the beach. So I don't know. To each their own, but me, yeah, I gotta have the ocean. And hi, Sharon. Sharon says that you and your granddaughter Bailey are watching. Oh, yay! Hi, good to see you guys. Oh my goodness, yay! I love it. So people are catching on to my Sunday thing, which is great. So I wanted to make sure that I got back for this. I always get carried away when I go to the coast. I could always spend just so much time there. But today it was a little bit rainy, but I still did enjoy a nice walk on the beach with my friend and with Cool Up and Nugget, because my friend, she lives there on the coast, and it's so beautiful. So yes, so it's so nice to do that and spend some time on the beach. So, and we have Lorna. Hi, Lorna. Oh my goodness, good to see you here, friend. Look at that. We have all these people tuning in. I love it. So Lorna says, I have a kitty using the living room carpet as a litter box for poop. I have 2 boxes, one deep and one shallow, but the carpet apparently is preferable. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear you have that going on, Lorna. That is never a fun thing. So the thing that came to me right away when I saw your post here, tuning into your kitty, and this is going to sound really, really strange, but I have to just put out there whatever it is I'm picking up on, right? So then you can kind of put together the pieces as they fit for you, right? So that's kind of how it works. So what I kind of see is you putting like these little like pieces of carpet. So like kind of like a placemat of carpet is what I'm seeing. So like one in front of the litter box, and then on each side and in the back. And just so there's like carpet that is right there by the litter box, and then just keep imagining your kitty going into the litter box. Don't picture your kitty not going in the litter box, because sometimes what could happen is sometimes mixed messages get sent where, we're like, oh my gosh, stop pooping on the carpet, or, stop, pulling on a leash, or, whatever it may be, right? And then we have that image and that picture up here in our mind, right? We have that that gets sent out. So a lot of times they pick up on and they match that frequency and vibration of what we're sending out. So I feel like it's, that could help to have like some carpet around around the litter box. And then I'm seeing you kind of like move one of the litter boxes kind of like at like kind of like a little bit of like a slight angle, kind of. If you do that, I feel like that will help and just kind of move it back a little bit. And then also too, like I feel like your kitty, like there is I feel like there's something going on with the kind of intestinal tract sometimes where the poop might just come out like a little bit quicker, and it might be like, uh-oh, you know, that I feel like on occasion that might be part of it. So I feel like there's like definitely a little little pieces and little layers as a part of this that's going on too. And then they pick up on like changes and stuff that we're experiencing too, and things that we have going on too. So I feel like just kind of move that one litter box. And I know there's, you know, other stuff too that I feel would be helpful. And something like, I don't know if you use like a baking soda litter, or if you could put like a little baking soda in the litter box, something like that is coming to me. And I feel like your cat likes the shallower one. I feel like the shallower one can be a little bit easier to get in as far as that goes. So that's kind of what I'm picking up on. And if you want, you know, more insight, you know, I'd be happy to do like a longer, more in-depth session with you, like where it's more dialogue back and forth to kind of get down to like the nitty-gritty of maybe what else is going on with that. Because here I just do the quick little sessions and the quick little tune-ins. But hopefully, my hope is that a lot of time on the quick little ones I do here, it helps to give you some resources and some solutions to some things that are going on, right? That is my hope. So hopefully that helps, and I'm sending lots of ease to you with that situation, Lorna. So lots of ease with that. And hi, Lisa. Good to see you, Lisa. Oh my goodness. So good to see you. And then Sharon has a question here, and I love this. It says, Bailey is wondering what she can do to help her two cats, Midnight and Twisty, to be friendlier to her. And so, and then let's see here. So I'm going to tune into that. And Lorna says, great, you appreciate the tips. You're so welcome. And you like the idea of the new angle. And so does your cat, because your cat's like, yeah, do that. And it's just that little like kind of switch, like whoop, whoop, like, you know, just kind of play around with that and see how that works. I'm just kind of seeing kind of back by a corner a little bit, something like that. So kind of back. So try that, and hopefully that helps. And if you need other insights, feel free to reach out to me. So, and hi, Shelly, good to see you. And so let's see here. And so for Midnight and Twisty, so I feel like, so tuning into Midnight and Twisty here, I feel like Midnight is more like upfront with like, hey, this is like how I feel. Like, I'll let you know, like, if I want you to interact with me or if I don't want you to interact. And I feel like Twisty, kind of the message, the image I get from Twisty is that Twisty has more of like a curious kind of mindset. It's kind of like, like I'm going to keep you guessing, like you don't know. With Twisty, I feel like the way that she can tune into them more to kind of have them be friendlier. Like I'm seeing like her kind of like sitting on the floor with them, and then playing with like a thing that has kind of like ribbon on the end, just kind of like engaging with both of them. Because I get the image like if she tries to put them in her lap, that they're going to be like, no, like I may not really necessarily want that. Like I'm going to kind of just warm up on my own terms and kind of do my own thing. So there is that I pick up on, and just like to sit with them on the floor and just like kind of play like a game that's kind of like there's something like woo woo woo, like a like one of those lure toys that has some like ribbon or something on it, I feel like would help to interact. And a lot of times too is sometimes when we want a pet in our life to do something like so bad, sometimes they might kind of want to do the opposite, and sometimes they might just do the opposite. They might be like, hey, no, I don't really want to do that. So just kind of maybe do like a little thing where you're like, oh, okay, cool, they're going to engage with me and it's going to be great. Like don't put so much focus on them engaging with you. Just kind of like be like, okay, I'm gonna like tune that back a little bit and then see how that helps. Because I feel like that there's a real bond with you with both of them, and I feel like Twisty, I can kind of see Twisty kind of walking around you and stuff, and I feel like there's a lot of curiosity with Twisty, so you embrace Twisty's curiosity. And then with Midnight, I feel like just to kind of get down on the same level with Midnight, sit down there with Midnight. I feel like that would be great. Or if you kind of sit Midnight like next to you, like not on top of you, but like next to you on the on a chair or a couch you're sitting on, I feel like that would really help. So there is that, and hopefully that gives you some like insight and some help there. So there is that. And then so I love all these questions. You guys are so amazing, and thanks for bearing with me too. It took me a couple minutes to get on here. So let's see here. Patty says, Dutton, oh, I love this. Dutton continues to be more tuned into me after our wonderful longer session. Does he have anything he wants to share with me today? Oh my gosh, Patty, I'm so happy to hear that you see him opening up more. That is so fantastic and wonderful. I love that. So the thing that and then let's see, Sharon says very helpful. That was extremely accurate. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. So yeah, keep me posted. And I feel like Bailey really is so in tune that like with the animals and with plants and things like that. So it's like just use your in-tuneness too, Bailey. I pick up on that. That will be really helpful. So the image that I get from Dutton is he's just like so happy. I just see him like, just like beaming from ear to ear, smiling, and he's like showing me like this. He's like, it's like it's opening more, and it's like he's like a not like a clamshell, but just it's like he's giving me the image of just like he's opening up more and he's staying more open. So instead of like going back like this, he's like maybe staying right here and then opening up more and opening up more and opening up more. And he's really opening up more. So just keep embracing that and just keep doing all those great things you're doing, because he's like, yeah, he's like, let's do that. And he's showing me a little bit more like kind of out walking from his normal area that he's in, like so a little more walking in an area that's not in the area that he's always in. He's like, oh yeah, let's go and do some more of that walking with me is what he's showing me. So I'm so happy to hear that he's doing great. Oh my goodness, I love updates too. So if you are somebody that tunes into my Facebook Lives regularly, or you're just tuning in now, I would love it if or if you've had a longer session with me and you want to give an update. I always love it when people post those here in this feed, so then other people can kind of see what other people's experiences are like. I feel like that's so important, right? Because then you can look at that and be like, oh, okay. And then also too, I have a review section on my Facebook page if anybody's ever interested in that. And then also too, you could send a review and I can put it on my website as a testimonial, because I feel like I know me, when I go to look to have a service done, I always look at reviews, and I kind of look at Google to kind of see, what vibe and what feel I get. So there is that. And then another reason I do the Facebook Lives is too, so people can see, so they can kind of get their feet wet and see what animal communication is like, and then kind of just get a feel of who I am too, because I think that's important. You want to be able to feel like you can connect with the person that you are going to hire, especially for somebody that's going to be working with your pets too, right? There's such an intimate relationship we have with our pets. You want to make sure that you are going to mesh well with somebody and it's going to be a good fit. And that's why it's so amazing that this work has opened up, and there's a lot of people that are doing animal communication out there. So it's really great to see that. So there is that. And then Patty says, yes, it's amazing. Ooh, I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you, Patty. And then I see my friend Darlene. Hi, Darlene. Oh my goodness, good to see you. And you said Let's see here. I'm hoping Millie is doing okay while I'm away for so long. Her daddy does his best. The rain is also getting her nervous on top of me being gone. I'd love her knowing I'm thinking of her. Does she hear me when I call and sit with her? Thank you. I miss her so much. Oh, and she misses you too. She misses you too. And she says that she's showing me that Ray has a way of like comforting her in the rain. Like there's this little like tap tap thing that he does. He's like, "Oh, Millie, it's okay." Just like the way that he gives her touch to kind of like comfort her in the rain. Like that's really helping. And then like wearing something around her body helps with that as well. And then of course she knows you're thinking of her because every time you think of her, you know, she's thinking of you too. And then she does hear you when you call and you know you're sitting there. She definitely hears you and feels you too. Like she can hear your voice and she's like, wait, where is she? Where is she? So I don't know, like she's showing me that even though she wouldn't necessarily pay attention to this, I don't know if you guys have done this, if you've done like a Zoom or a video call, she's like, yeah, even though I may not like pay attention to you being in there, you may think like, okay, I'm not really acknowledging that you're there. Like she says, seeing you like would make her happy too, to have like that sometimes too. So not only just to hear you, but to see you too. And she's like, even though I may not like pay attention, I might be like, oh, where are you? Like just to see you, she says would be helpful. So there is that, and just keep sending her that love and just to keep letting her know like, hey, this is when I'm going to be back, because it's really important to communicate that with them, especially if we are going to be gone for a little bit longer than we normally would, because then it keeps them in the loop too, and that could help with any like anxieties or stress that they have about that. I remember this one time I went on a trip when I had my Luna before she passed, and I was not clear at communicating with her like how long I was going to be gone and when I was going to be back. And oh boy, did I really realize that and the importance of that when I went to pick her up, because she was like not very happy with me, and I could definitely feel like how not happy she was with me. So it was so there was that. So it's always really important to communicate that and keep them in the loop. It was like, okay, Luna, I'll do a better job next time with keeping in the loop. And I did the next time I went away, I was a little bit better with that, because I just got so busy and wrapped up in my trip that I was like, oh wait, I need to check in with her and let her know like, okay, like I'll be, you know, back in this many sleeps, or, you know, however that like works and resonates for you. So there is that. So hopefully that helps. And I'm sending you so much love, my friend. And then let's see here. Sharon says, oh, thank you, Sharon. Sharon says, I will definitely do a testimonial for you, Shauna. Oh, thank you so much. I would love that so much. You said that you did a private reading with me for my cats, Sheba and Frankie, a few weeks ago. And I have used the information you gave me to enrich their lives. Thank you so much. Oh, you're so welcome. Oh, you're so welcome, Sharon. That makes me so so happy to hear that. And yes, that would like mean so much, because I think testimonials are such an important thing. So then other people can read and see what somebody else's experience was, and then it might shed some light of like, oh, okay, this is the reason that she went to them. So I could see that this would be the value for me going to do that as well. So that's so that definitely helps. And then hi Carmen, good to see you. And then let's see here. All right. And then I see Patty says, Shauna, the horse in Arizona is still missing. Has Amira's energy shifted at all? I hope that she is alive. So yeah, I hope that she is alive too, and I've been sending so much love to that situation because I know that's so hard. And just for you guys that maybe might not know, so Amira was on an endurance ride with her person, and her person got knocked off of her, and then Amira got spooked and she ran off. So they've been looking for her diligently, like ever since. Like there's been a big effort in searching for her everywhere they can there. So that's the little bit of the backstory there. And it's different, you know, the horse, you know, if there's a dog or a cat that's missing, a lot of the times you can put out one of those traps, and then they, you know, they'll go in the trap and it'll keep them safe in there until somebody finds them in there. So with a horse, you can't really, you know, do that with them. So it makes it a little bit more, it can make it a little bit more tricky, although there's, you know, search teams and all of that that can help, right? And just awareness about the situation. So, so what I feel with Amira is, I feel like there has been a little bit of an energy shift. I feel like I don't get, okay, I don't get that she's passed, but I get that I feel like her energy is like fading. It's not as present as it was before, and that could just be, you know, because she has been, you know, missing for a little bit of time too. So it could be maybe that energy is shift there in that mode that she's in, but I do get that it is shifting, and I don't feel like she's passed as of yet. She's not showing me that energy, but what she's showing me is that my energy has faded and it's less present. That's what she's showing me. She's showing me it's faded and it's less present. And I'm sending so much love to that situation. And I would definitely be more than happy to help her person. Like if her person wanted to reach out and contact me, I'd be happy to do like a phone consult with her at no charge to tune into Amira to see, like, you know, kind of what other details come and what areas come. I still see like that tall, like brushy kind of grassy area is what I see. So yeah. So yeah, there's something going on, and just the, you know, all of us that are listening here, the more love and light we can send to Amira and her person for Amira to be found and to be okay, the better, because that's really important to put that energy and that intention out there, like that love and that light, right? It really can make a huge difference. So it's really important to do that. And yeah, and Patty says, poor thing, she may be hurt. Yeah, so something is going on, and just have them keep looking that one area. I think there was an area that they were, if I recollect, that they were by the other day. Kind of keep looking to that area, and like to the left of that area is what I'm just picking up on, like to the left of that area. So so yeah, so feel free to do that, and any other insight that I can help with this, I'd be happy to help, because I know that's one of the hardest situations. And you said thank you so much. I have given her info. Thank you all. And then Sharon says, I will send love and light for the missing horse, Amira. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. See, because that means so much. That can really help so much. And a lot of the clients that I work with that have a missing pet or a lost pet, I always, you know, let them know to, I know it's so hard because we have such that heart connection and that connection with the pets in our lives, right? That they mean so much to us, right? Is that in that situation, the more love and light we can put out and send, the better. Because when we send that energy, of course, you know, we're frantic and we miss them, and then we want them to be found. But the more we send out that frantic energy, the more that amplifies, and then that can make them even more frantic than they are in that situation. So that's why it's really important to just like envelop and surround them with love and light. So thank you, Sharon, and then all of you that are listening too, because I know all of you with your pure hearts that are listening to live now and to the replay. I know you guys all have good hearts and will be sending out that love and that light, because it's so important, right? It's such a huge thing, that vibration that we put out there is it has such an impact for so many things. So there is that. So yeah. So and Patty says it's been a month almost. Oh gosh, yeah, that makes it so hard. And she was fully tacked up. So that means for those of you that maybe don't know like horse speak, I'm sure you can figure that out. But it was, she had like her saddle and all that, like all that stuff that maybe she might have been carrying some of her person's stuff as well. So she was like all geared up and ready. So that's what tacked up was. But I'm sure you guys probably could figure that out. But I always like to give extra insight because it's fun, and that's just what I like to do. So let's see here, and I know I see some other people listening. It doesn't always tell me like who's listening. That's why I kind of look at my phone too, because my phone will tell me who's listening. Like if it's one of my friends on Facebook, it'll tell me who's listening. So that's always helpful, because I like to acknowledge all of you and say hi, because to me that's really important, that engagement, right? That's huge to me. It means a lot. I think it's important to have that as well. And then if you're listening on my Facebook page too, there is a way you can sign up for my email list too. So if you're interested to kind of stay connected, maybe if you don't maybe always see like all the posts on Facebook or something, sometime you want to stay connected. If you there's a way you can sign up on Facebook for my email list, and then also to what was I going to say? Oh, you can book an appointment on my Instagram or Facebook, and then also too, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube is under Shauna Marie Fisher, just like it says here. So you could find my YouTube if you want to subscribe to my YouTube too. If you're like, hey, you know what? There was that couple weeks ago, she tuned in for me, and I really want to go back and listen to that replay. The amazing thing is there's that power of that technology where you can go back and listen. And the thing with doing it on YouTube is it's like just videos right there. So like on a Facebook feed, it might take a little bit more time to go back and find it. I think there's a way you can just search for videos though too. So I know Facebook is always trying to change things up to kind of make it even more amazing than it already is, which is so great. So it's really nice that they do that. I'm so glad that they are out there. It's amazing. I just wish that this video could actually stream on Instagram too. That would be so cool, but that technology hasn't happened yet, but maybe it will one day. That would be absolutely amazing. And what's really amazing about going to the coast is, gosh, walking on the beach is with my friend in Manzanita. We walked on the beach, and it was so nice. Like I could feel like, oh, my body just feels so good and amazing from walking on that beach. And then I know Nugget and Cool-Up are tired from walking on the beach. And so I love the coast. It's amazing. It's amazing. So anyway, so there's that. And the Oregon coast is beautiful. I love anywhere on the coast, but I really love the northern Oregon coast. It's so, all the Oregon coast, anywhere on the coast, I love pretty much. So anyway, so there is that, my random rambling. So let's see here. This is a great question. So Patty says, it's a general question. Is it harder for you to tune into a pet when it's not the owner asking? Like if I was asking about a neighbor's cat, just wondering. That's a great question. So sometimes it can, and just kind of depends on the pet, but sometimes it can be harder because when I am tuning into the actual person's pet, sometimes it can be maybe sometimes more information might come through, or maybe it wouldn't come through like through somebody like if the person's asking about their pet, like sometimes the information might come through like in a more direct way, where if it's not the person's pet, maybe it might there might be some pieces that maybe might only be able to come through their person, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's a great question though. I really love that. So yeah, so it kind of just depends on the pet and the circumstances with that. So I love that. I love all your guys' amazing questions. Woohoo. So let's see here. And Lisa says, I had a cat named Tabitha over 20 years. Wow, that's, oh my goodness. Wow. I love that name too. That's beautiful. Do you see if she's crossed over? And yes, and yes, he is a boy with a girl's name. We thought he was a little boy when we got her. So, oh my gosh, I love that. You know, I don't think it matters with that because sometimes it can be so hard to tell, like, especially with a kitten, like, oh my gosh, is it a boy? Is it a girl? Like, it's so hard to tell. And, you know, if you already have that name, and it fits them, like, that's totally cool. Like, and I feel like this was the perfect name because I feel like, your your uh your kitty Tabitha will like have that kind of like elusive like mysteryness about them. Like I feel like it was just kind of like that. They're like, I feel like the energy I feel of this cat is like I get like the symbol of like a yin and yang symbol, like yin and yang. Like sometimes I'm yin, sometimes I'm yang, sometimes I'm yin and yang together is what I got. Like I just got an image of those two like symbols and those two images together is what I picked up on. And so anyway, so yes. So I feel like as soon as like I tune into that and I tune into that question, I get the answer of like, yes, I'm like, you know, writing like little, like I'm writing like little waves. I'm like, right, I've like when I crossed over, I was like in this place where I could ride over like all these like little waves and check out like these, like it's almost like these little like wavy water clouds is what I see. Like I could check out all these like different little areas, and that's what I'm doing and exploring, like, oh, over there, like, oh, over there. Like I get like the kind of magical wizardly explorer cat over there on the other side. And I feel like that the message that Tabitha would send you back is like, I just see like rainbows. Like I want to have like rainbows from my eyes, be like, rainbows, I'm sending you like rainbows, like taste the rainbow, feel the rainbow. It's like for some reason I'm thinking of like the Skittles commercial or something like that. So just like all about like rainbows and magic, and you know, like the pot of gold, like something with that, like the little leprechaun and the pot of gold at the end too. So all that stuff from Tabitha, like the magic, like in the pot of gold, like I'm stirring up so I'm still helping you stir up magic and sending you so much magic. So there is that, and I'm sending you so much love with that. So there is that. And Patty says, my son was in Astoria for the weekend on the coast. Oh my gosh, amazing! I love it. Yeah, I was by Astoria. Let's see, because in Manzanita from Astoria, I think that's probably, let's see, I think maybe like 45 minutes-ish, I think, or something. But yeah, Astoria is really pretty over there. I love the Oregon coast. There's just so many cool things to do. I think in Astoria, there's a really cool museum they have there too, if I remember right. So yeah, it's amazing. So where I feel blessed to live where I live in the Pacific Northwest, because it's like you have one way you can go to the mountains, and then you have another way where you can go to the coast. So it's like so amazing to live in a place where you have those options available to you. I think it's really super amazing to have all those options available. Be like, oh, I feel like going to the mountains, or I feel like going to the coast. So that's always good. My girls always love it when they get to go to the coast. And Nugget, you can see back there on the couch, is peacefully sleeping back there. And I think Coolip is probably laying on the floor by the door. And who knows where Mojo is. It's always hard to keep track of the cat. Like, where did the cat go? Because they go so quickly. And are incognito so much of the time. So there you go. And hi, Kim. Good to see you here. Oh my goodness, good to see you here. And thank you for tagging somebody in this, Kim, too. That is amazing. That's always like another thing I forget to mention too. Like if you know somebody that's like, hey, I would really like to, know more about animal communication or have her tune into this for me. Definitely feel free to tag somebody in this post. I love it when people do that, or share about it, or let people know that every Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I do this. There might be an occasion where there has been a couple times where I might have like started just a few minutes late, but I always am here on Sunday evenings for you because I want to like have you know that this is, available for you and the pets in your life, or for anybody that and the pets in their life as well, right? Because I want to be able to share what little animal communication with you, and then that way you can just have a little taste of it, right? I think it's important. So yes, okay. Is Patty says, is Mojo black? If so, I think I saw him jump behind the couch. Yes, he is. He is a tuxedo cat. He is black and white. So yes, he might be behind the couch. That's funny. I love it. The jumping cat. Woohoo! He didn't. What is it? The cow jumps over the moon, so the cat jumps over the couch, right? So there you go. That's funny. So, can always count on my fur babies doing something funny, like in the live video, like be it Cool Up and Nugget playing or running around, or Mojo like jumping behind the couch or jumping up or doing something. So it's they definitely keep me on my toes, keep me filled with like inspiration, joy, and humor too, right? They always have me filled with all of that too. So it's fun. So I love them all so much. So I'm going to give it a couple minutes here. I'm going to see if anybody else has a question here. And I'm so happy you guys are here on this Sunday night with me. I love this. This is like one of my favorite things to do of the week is come on here and do this Facebook Live on Sunday nights, because it's just, I feel like it's a great time, because I feel like doing it kind of toward the end of the day kind of gives more people a chance to listen, and then that way you can enjoy your Sunday, and as you're winding down your Sunday evening, you can tune in and listen, right? So I'm happy with the time I picked. It was the one that just stuck, so there we go. Woohoo! I'm excited about that. So, and I am going to look into maybe doing some more Facebook Lives with interviewing different people that do maybe animal related businesses, or other, entrepreneurs as well that are doing amazing things, because I think it's so great to, hi Denise, good to see you. I think it's so great to share about what other people are doing, right? Because I think there's so many people doing so many amazing things, and I'd love to help share about what other, sorry, I didn't mean to yawn there, share about what other people are doing, right? What do they say? Like if you try to avoid a yawn, that makes more yawns come, right? It's like, oh my goodness, come on, I'm not tired. Why am I yawning? It's like, come on. But maybe I'm like all like just like chilled out, and from going to the coast today for the day, I'm just like, oh, I'm like all in my zen spot, my peaceful zen spot. Probably that's probably what it is. So let's see here. So let's see here. It's something in my eye there. So Denise says, my cat has been extra whiny lately. What's going on with him? Thanks. Oh, let's see here. You're welcome, Denise. So what I feel is going on, like, let me tell you what's going on first, right? So what I feel is like your kitty is trying to give you, when your kitty, louder meows. Okay, louder. Oh, extra whiny lately. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let me read that way. Extra whiny. So louder meows. So I feel like when your kitty is doing that, like I just see like it's like it's kind of how like a little kid like kind of like will go up to their parent and be like, hey, I want your attention. They'll like kind of like want to be picked up and held. Like I feel like when he is doing that, what I'm picking up on from your kitty cat is I want some like extra attention, and I want some extra love. And it's not just for you to give your kitty some extra love. Like your kitty actually wants you to give yourself some extra love to yourself. So that's what I feel is, that's what I'm picking up on is going on, is your kitty's like, oh, give me some extra love, but then give yourself some extra love too. So I can't help but just like hug myself right now. Like that's what I feel like your kitty is like, okay, give yourself some extra love and give me some extra love. Like, okay, like I'm here to like help just pat love to you. Like I just feel like that like little nurturing. It's some little extra kind of nurturing and love. That's what I pick up on with those meows. So when you notice them getting louder like that, just give some extra attention to yourself, like whatever space you're in that moment, and then some extra space to your angel cat as well. Hopefully, I hope I'm remembering the name right, but I think your kitty's name is Angel. So hopefully that helps there. And so let's see here. That's a great question though. It's like, because you're like, hey, I want to know what's going on with that. Let's tune into that a little bit more, right? So there is that. That's what I pick up on. And Denise says yes. So there you go. See, so do that and see kind of how that helps. Because what's really cool about the animals in our life is they actually like help bring attention to things that are going on with us, right? So they actually can help like us tune into deeper things that are going on with us. So it's really interesting, like if we're mindful about different things that they're doing, if we really hone in and tune into that, it can give us a lot of insights into different things. So there is that. And Denise says yes, and Angel thanks you. Oh, you're welcome, Angel. You're welcome, sweet Angel. And I love that name. Like that is such a fabulous name. I love hearing everybody's pet names, because everybody has so many different cool pet names. It's so neat to see all the different ones that are out there, so it's really cool. So I love the ones that are a little bit unique and kind of uncommon. Ones you don't hear all the time are always really fun to hear. Just like my dog, Kulip. It's Kulap, right? Who has a dog named that. And she actually was named that when I adopted her at the Humane Society, and I looked up what it means, and it means in Thai, it means rose. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to keep that because it's such a pretty name. And it's kind of fun to, hear people, how they try to pronounce her name too. And even I had trouble, but when I first got her, I was like, how do you say that name again? And now I finally figured it out. So it's perfect and it's beautiful. I love her. So let's see here. Oh, cool. I love this. I want to answer this question right now too, Denise. I love it because this is so good. So you said, this may be a question for next time, but I wonder how to partner with my cat to help me develop and attune to my intuition. That is, oh my gosh, that's an amazing question. I love that question so much, Denise. So like the way you can help do that is just like kind of like sit with your kitty, right? So sit with Angel Cat and do some like practicing with animal communication, with sending some images back and forth, right? Maybe actually take an animal communication class, right? Or read a book about animal communication. Just kind of like sit there in silence and kind of like meditate with Angel. Kind of just like sit and close your eyes like this and just kind of tune in. And Angel doesn't have to be right with you, and you're just like closing your just like going into that space and just like kind of closing your eyes and going within and just spin that like quiet space. And you can kind of maybe put your hand on your heart to just kind of tune into that space. Can really be a really great thing to do. And and I'm actually doing an animal communication class now, and I actually have another one that I'm going to do here probably in like the next month or two. And I'm trying to figure out a way to do one that is like a pre-recorded one where people can go and listen to it anytime. So I'm kind of working out the technology and trying to figure out like how that would work and what that would look like. So, and some really great books on animal communication. So Penelope Smith has some really great books. Amelia Kincaid has some really great books. And then Marta Williams has some really great books on animal communication too. So you can kind of look at those. Those are 3 authors that I would recommend just right off the top of my head. And you can look at their books and see kind of what practice exercises they have. And it's really just about putting that intention out there and then just practicing with it and sitting with them and just maybe kind of journaling what you're picking up on from Angel. That can be a really amazing thing to do as well. So yeah, I love that question, right? Because we always want to know like what we can do to, you know, have that connection even deeper than it already is. So I love that question so much. I think that's fabulous. So, so great question. So, so there is that. So let's see here. So, Patty says, oh, I love, so wait here. I'm going to get back to your question in just a second here, Patty. So, Denise says, like maybe he has wisdom and psychic messages for me. I'm looking for fun ways to develop my intuition using divination, or maybe my cat send me messages because I'm so close to him. So yeah, like have him like, yeah, just definitely like have him like send you messages like back and forth. Like that could be a really great, you know, fun thing to do. Like that's such a great, like a great, like a really great thing to do. Like those messages, like back and forth, like work with playing with that, work with like kind of journaling. Like the thing I pick up from for you is like journaling with your angel cat. Like, okay, this is the, I never have got this before. So it's really cool. Like I get this message that Angel wants you to sit down and write a letter to yourself. Like it's from Angel. So like I get the image of angels like, okay, yeah, here, I want you to write to me, like give me some, like I'm writing to you. So it's like Angel's writing a letter to you. So just sit down with like pen to paper and be like, okay, I'm tuning into Angel. And these are the messages and the like the letter that Angel wants to write to me. There's something like I feel like being channeled through Angel to you. And so yeah, because they can definitely send us messages and have him like show you fun things. Like before you feed him, like if there's different kinds of wet food or something that you give him, just imagine like have him show you like, oh hey, like I want to try the shrimp today, or oh no, hey, I want chicken, or you know, or like, ooh, let's go, like, go show me where that one toy is, or this one thing, or show me what your favorite blanket is, or, you know, just kind of like different things like that to just kind of work with it and play with it is a really fun, amazing thing to do. So there is that. And like, I love that you're so like in tune with that. So kind of imagine like it's like horse church, right? Like remember like how, you know, you go and you have like you sit and listen to those messages from the horses and like meditate with the horses and see, you know, sit in that quiet space and see what comes. Like something, you know, kind of like that kind of experience I feel like would be a really cool thing. So something like a meditation kind of thing with him. So I feel like that would be really really helpful. So hopefully that helps, just like in that like kind of like a horse church kind of space where you're like, you know, meditating with the horses and, you know, you're in that quiet space and see what comes, and do that with Angel. And I feel like sometimes you already are doing that with him a little bit. So sit in that space and just see kind of see what that looks like and what comes up for you. I feel like that would be a really really cool thing to do. So there is that. So yes, and so yay for you for like really wanting to you know, get out there and do that stuff. Like that's so amazing. I love that so much. So so woohoo. So yes. So yeah, and I love questions like this too. So like oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Denise. You're so welcome. Yeah. So, you know, what I want to like preface, because, you know, these couple of questions that have come up, I want you to know, like, when you come on here, it doesn't have to be like a question that you ask for your pet. Like, it can just be like a general question like that about animal communication or just anything like that. So if you have something that comes to you, keep that in mind. And I definitely am happy to answer any questions like that. So, because I think it's super fun to do that. So there is that. So yes, so awesome. So great question, Denise. And then now I'm going to go back to this question. Patty says, I have 2 barn cats, Olive and Goose. Are they happy and healthy? So I feel like that they're definitely happy and pretty healthy. I feel like that one of them like has like a little bit of like is needing some more like minerals and stuff, some more like minerals and like I know sometimes in pet food, what is it that they put what's that one thing? Okay, it starts with a T. So it's taurine or something like that. So something about something about taurine or something. And then, oh wait, here, Lorna says, such great ideas. I need to sign off. Really glad I could join. Oh, you're welcome, Lorna. Thank you for joining. I'm so glad that you could tune in, and hopefully you could come back sometime. It was so great to see you. So something like with Goose, there's some sort of like mineral, like more minerals or something that Goose needs from like the wet food. So I don't know like if Olive is like getting more of that wet food like from Goose. So there's just something with that. But like I definitely get that they are definitely so happy, and they're like healthy out there, keeping an eye on things, and they're doing their barn cat things. So that's awesome. Barn cats are so cool. So yeah, so that's really cool. And they're probably some of the most well-loved barn cats that I know, for sure. Knowing you like I know you, Patty, I'm sure that they have like pretty a pretty cool setup there in the barn, which is amazing, right? So that's so cool. I love that. So woohoo. So that's what I pick up on, that is just kind of like watch Goose for like Goose's weight. Like if you see like maybe Goose might like, you might be like, oh, it looks like he weighs a little less. Just kind of be mindful of that with him, because I feel like there's something with like some sort of like a slight deficiency kind of thing. But it's nothing like too alarming is what he's saying. It's just like, get me like more of that food. I keep wanting to like shovel food in my mouth, like give me more food, like I need more food. And so and you said, oh my God, Olive eats all the wet food. They are sisters, and they sleep in the garage at night. So yeah, Olive, it's like, Olive, come on. So maybe, and it's funny because what I was thinking maybe you could do too, as another thing that came to me, is what if you had like a spot of food for Olive and then like a spot of food for like Goose. Like Goose has like, okay, like I have the food here, like have some extra, because Goose is like, come on, Olive, let me have some too. So yeah, so oh my goodness, they seem like quite the pair. Oh my goodness. Olive is like, okay, I'm gonna like eat it all up, and Goose is like, come on, give me some. It's like kind of like the opposite of like, for some reason I just saw an image in my head of like olive oil and Popeye, like how Popeye like eats all the spinach. He's like eating his spinach so fast. It's like, oh gosh, I'm eating my spinach so fast. So it's funny, right? So with that analogy. So yeah, maybe 2 dishes. Yeah, exactly. Like, so separate little one, like, okay, Goose over here and then Olive over here. And I feel like with Olive, like maybe if you kind of like pile, like, so maybe the image of the spinach, I feel like why it just came to me is you have like a bigger pile, like a little mountain for her. So it's like a little mountain of food. So then she has to like really go in there, and then it'll like maybe give her some more thing. Yeah, like 2. Yeah, you said that like as I thought 2 food stations. Yeah, exactly. So 2. Yeah, sorry, I lose track sometimes. So yeah, so 2 food stations, and have hers like up a little higher. So then it's like kind of like a little bit higher, because I'm getting like an image of like having hers. This is gonna sound so weird, but like an ice cream swirl. So how you get a like Dairy Queen or McDonald's, and you're like, hey, I want like a frozen yogurt swirl, and it has like the little like, and it has like the little like swirl, and then the little swirl, and the little like swirl thing at the top. So I just like had an image of that, like kind of putting hers up like that, I feel like would really help. So there's that. Oh my goodness, they sound so cute, and they have like they got it made like sleeping in the garage at night. That's awesome. That's perfect for them. So that's awesome. So and I feel like the dogs you have like that better. Like, okay, yeah, let's keep them out there. That's a better thing. So yeah, so there is that. So yeah, and I'm so glad that all of you could tune in here, because I know usually I announce earlier in the day, and I just kind of did it on the fly today with just coming on. I was like, oh, okay, I gotta go on to do my live. So I promise next week I will give more notice. That way, if you know somebody that would be interested, you could tag them or share the post or be like, hey, listen to this. Like, it's going to be really great. So that would be, I always love to do that. And then Patty says, thanks, you are right on again. Oh, you're welcome, Patty. It is my pleasure. I always love to see you on here on Sunday. It's always nice to see and you too, Denise and Lisa. I always love to see all my regular people on here. Like, it makes me so happy to see all of you that tune in here. And I probably missed some people here, but I know there's other of you that usually tune in on Sunday nights. And so glad you still new to listen, even though I was just a couple minutes late today. So I'm glad you were all still right here. I was like, I got to get home and I got to eat something real quick and feed my fur babies. And so I was trying to get that all done. But luckily I can be really quick when I need to be, and that's what I was, because I wanted to get on here for you all for this Sunday evening thing. So so thank you so much for tuning in live, and then also too, thank you so much for tuning into the replay. It means so much to me to have you guys all tune in. You guys are all amazing, and I just appreciate you guys all so much. And then I will look forward to being back here next Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So, and I will post the announcement earlier in the day on Sunday, just to keep you all in the loop a little bit more. And it is always so beautiful to connect with you all. And I hope that you and all your fur babies have a great week. And yeah, and feel free to keep me posted with any updates here in the comments or when you tune in next week, because I always love to hear those updates. And thank you again so much for tuning in, and I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and bye for now.